My name is Primary Source. Many people confuse me with my brother, Secondary Source. We are very different and I'm going to show you how. My brother and I are going to be teaching what primary and secondary sources are and how they are different. Primary sources are used when you want to use information from an original piece of work. Let's say you're writing a report on a historical event and you need to use some primary sources. Primary sources are almost always from the time of the event that you are studying. Great examples of primary sources are artifacts. We can use these artifacts to study events that happened before our time. Diaries are also great primary sources to use. We can use them to see exactly what someone was thinking during that time. Newspapers, just like me, are also great primary sources. We can even use trash as a primary source. Trash, just like artifacts, can be used to study things in the past. This book is a primary source because the author wrote about his real experience during the war.
That's right, sis. Now let's talk about secondary sources, just like me. Secondary sources are sources about an event and history that were created or written after the event. Textbooks are often secondary sources because they're written in the present about the past. Movies or documentaries are also considered secondary sources. This is because events in the past are usually remade in the films. Magazine articles are usually secondary sources. They are usually written by people who were not present at the event.
Great job! Now let's see if we really know the difference between a primary and a secondary source. If we were doing a report on the Civil War and we wanted to use these artifacts from the Civil War, what would they be? Yep, you guessed it, they would be primary sources. But if we were to use a textbook that was published in 2004,
I know, it would be a secondary source, just like me.
Great job! Now we all know the difference between primary and secondary sources.